Hi, and welcome to the latest episode of Smart and Vinyl, where we're going to talk a little records, a little music, and a whole lot of mess. So, thanks for joining me. I know it's been like forever and a day, but not for, there was a good reason. There was a good reason behind it. I wrote another book and published it. So, that's where a lot of my work, was going to. But I'm glad to be back. I do have some time off right now, so I thought, let's make some YouTube videos. I am an essential worker too, so I have been working, but yeah, that don't confront you. So anyways, let's just get to it. So if you notice, I have like a little background now. Now I'm in my room. I'm not down in the corner, anymore. But last time I made my videos, I think it was the 8 tracks. You can see my bed and stuff behind me, which is great if you want to see Shasta, because she is the star of, the videos. But, I don't want you guys to see my bed all the time and things like that. So, I have a compromise. So, I have my cats. There's Shasta, and there's Goo the cat, R.I.P. So, I've included them. But who knows? Maybe, if I'm feeling lazy or Shasta's being extra, feisty, I'll take down the backdrop and you can see her. So, anyways, yeah. So, and another bad thing. Where I am now, you can hear the train more because I do live fairly close to the train track. So it's, Casey Jones, better watch his speed. So we'll do in editing, I'll do a little train count every time we hear the train. So I will do the best I can, I do little videos on my Facebook, and that's the number one complaint is, we can hear the train, we can hear the traffic. What do you live at a Motel 6? And I'm like, maybe, anyways. So let's just get into it. So clearly we are going to talk about Time Bomb not Time Bomb, Love Bomb. What a great way to start this new video. Anyways, why am I thinking Time Bomb? Anyways, Love Bomb by the Tubes. And I know I already did a Tubes video. And that one, though, I kind of pushed everything together. And it was kind of just more about the Tubes than just like a single album. But I really think this one needs some love and attention, like we all do. Now, in the video, I know I did say, this one's aight. This one's aight. Okay, because the last time I listened to it, like prior to making that video, it was aight. I just wasn't in the right frame of mind or, to listen to it. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should, and on my Facebook, my public Facebook, since the virus kind of started, I always listen to my headphones at night. So I decided to kind of keep track and make little bedtime record reviews. And I post them on my Instagram, and they're just short. And I listen to old favorites or stuff I want to revisit or stuff I've never heard. So this was one of those albums. I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's check it out again, because I feel bad, So, dude, this album is so amazing. Like, I know you're like, what? No, it is, and it's so underrated. Now, when it came out, it got kind of a bum rap, and I'll go into it a little bit, because the album before this, which is Inside Outside, that had the hit, that had She's a Beauty. So when I re-listened to that album, I'll be honest, I was like, oh, hell no. Like, She's a Beauty is like the best song on there, and then they do a cover of Monkey Time, which is okay. I did not like that album. And so coming off of that, though, it's always hard when you have a big hit, because people are like, well, what's next, right? Well, this was next. And so when they were creating this album, The Tubes, they're working with Todd Rundgren again, who did 1979's Remote Control. And they wanted to kind of go that way, back, like, to that sound, where half the band was like, well, no, we kind of like the David Foster stuff, which was Inside Outside and 1981's The Completion Backwards Principle, which I was talking about. Anyways, so the band was kind of split, although they were still working with Todd Rundgren. So it was kind of like, but this album came out great. Now, side note, I am not a Todd Rundgren fan, but I like a lot of albums that he produced. I don't get it. Like, some of my favorite albums Todd Rundgren produced, and I just don't like his shit. Yeah, okay, I'll listen to Hello, It's Me, or whatever, whatever, fine. But other than that, I'm like, no. So anyways, he did produce this album. It came out in 1985. Now, here's a tip. If you do listen to this album, you need to listen to it. I know this is called Smart and Vinyl, but you need to listen to it like on Spotify or on a CD, because it's like a concept album, and especially when you get towards the middle, towards the end, it all kind of runs together. Like, there's no breaking in the songs, although there are separate songs. So you kind of need to listen to the whole album. Like when I'll get in the car and Spotify kicks in, and I was listening to this album, and then sometimes I forget that it's on shuffle, so then I'm listening to a song, and then it plays another one, and it's totally like, it doesn't work, and it's out of sync, and you need to listen to this album like all the way through. Now, this is the last album they did before they broke up, and some of them went to go play with Tom Rundgren, go figure. Fee kind of did some solo stuff, but this album is super underrated. Now, it starts off, now, okay, so when I listen to albums, and some albums, especially if they're trying to have like a little bit of concept, I'll listen to it, and sometimes it's very clear what the concept is. Other times, no. This one, it's kind of no, but I came up with my own concept, and so I'm listening to it, and I have my headphones on, my good headphones, and I'm sitting there listening to it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, this is like amazing, and it has like real like, sampling and very, at the time, new technology and stuff when it comes to music. Like I said, some songs are clearly like at the beginning, here's a song, there's a song, everywhere's a song, but then it all starts to blend together in some kind of like fever dream, and you're listening to it, and I was listening to it, and I'm like, god damn, I'm really glad I ate a weed gummy before listening to this album, because it's just so fucking amazing, and I'm hearing this and all these little sounds and this and that. Spoiler alert, I didn't even eat a weed gummy that night. I thought I did, but I didn't. That's what this album does. Like, there's so much little, like, and there's all samples and computer and little instruments and this and that, and it's just, and it all blends together. And so what I think the concept of this album is, like, it starts off very like kind of a little bit like taking it back to completion backwards principle, where it's kind of like just mid 80s kind of fucking shit, right? And I do like Stella, right? And people hate that song. Like, when you read reviews, they're like, Stella's so shitty, and because in part of the song he's like, Stella, right? But you have to, right? So anyways, so it starts off like kind of like typical like 80s, right? Then the love bomb like explodes, right? It's all, and the fucking love bomb explodes. And then that's when like shit gets down and crazy on this album. So what I think would happen is you had like and I'm sure I'm wrong, but this is what I take from this album, right? So, here's my concept. So, like, the guy is like typical 80s, right? And he goes like downtown, and then he goes into like a weird bar, and the love bomb fucking drops, right? And his shit gets crazy, and he's like, in like a new world of like cool people and night people, which is a song on there, and all this kind of weird shit, and all these feelings are coming out, and that's what I got from this album. And it is though, it's like, I can describe it, but I can't describe it. There is a lot of songs that are just little, or they blend together, and it is like, I could have sworn I ate the weed gummy, and I didn't, and because it's that trippy and that fucking great. And it's true, like the love bomb drops, and you in the, like in my head, the guy's like all fucked up, because the love bomb dropped, and then he's meeting all these, cool bohemian downtown kind of people, and it's very, very good. But I will say, with this album, even if you have it on vinyl, like I said, don't listen to it on vinyl, because you're gonna have to get up and flip it, but they did cut off side 1 with the love bomb. So when you listen to side 2, that's when like all the good shit happens. So, yeah, like, I know, I'm not making any sense. I'm not on any weed gummies now. It's just, after listening to this, and I listen to it really numerous times a week, It's so amazing. And it's very different from other Tube stuff, but it's very cutting edge like all the rest of Tube stuff. So the only song I do not like on this album is they do Theme from a Woolly Place, which is they mix Woolly Bully with a theme from A Summer Place. That makes the album just fucking drop in the middle and lay a huge turd, and it just ruins everything. It ruins everything. It serves no purpose to this album. It is the most annoying mashup I have ever heard in my life. Yes. So if that song was gone, it would be amazing. Now, Fee does do most of the singing on this, although he doesn't sing on some of them. I think Bill sings on some. But the song that Bill sings, though, I'm pretty sure it's Bill, is Feel It. And it's the second to the last song. God damn. It's so good. And I will say, it is, you know, there's a lot of saxophone, a lot of synthesizer. It is very mid-'80s. I like that, though, because I grew up in the mid-'80s, you know. But Feel It is amazing. And you do feel it when you listen to this album. Side note, guess who did a cover of this on his own album? Oh, Todd Rundgren, right? His version sucks. It sounds like you're listening to 94.7 The Wave. Here's Todd Rundgren's Feel It. Like, it's this one at least is a little bit more like, that's a description right there. You know, where Todd's is not. I also really love For a Song, which is Fee sings that one, and it's fucking great. You know, I say this all the time. It's absolutely true. I think Fee's a very underrated singer too, and especially when he hits those notes, like you're just like, oh, like he hits it on Stella. I love it's on Completion Backwards Principle. He hits a note on A Matter of Pride that's fucking amazing too, and it gives me, you know, chills. And you know, it's just, I can't say enough good things about this album. Now, the one I have does not have any frills. It doesn't even have like because I think by the time it came out, they were sick of it. The record company was fucking sick of it, because it was a hassle and ordeal. But it's just, you know, it comes in this shitty plastic that you can never get the record back in. Any kind of side notes? No, Todd Rundgren's name is all over the back of this album. Prairie Prince, the drummer, did the cover art. I think Prairie Prince does all the cover art. And he's amazing too. I told you. I met him at the Tubes concert, and he actually spoke with me like a real person, and we chit-chatted and had a conversation, and it was amazing. But anyways, so yeah, so he did the cover art. You know, it was recorded in San Francisco, of course. It is on Capitol. But yeah, there's no fun stuff on this. You know, and the back, they're looking kind of goth. I'll be honest, I kind of like Completion Backwards Principle looking tubes that, oh, there's a train. So I told you. Anyways, you know, I like that version of the Tubes. But please check this album out. I know you're gonna put it on, and at first you're like piece by piece is okay. Then when you hit Stella, then the shit goes down, right? So you hit Stella. Come As You Are is kind of okay. It's a little, you know. But once the love bomb explodes, boo, right? Shit is on. Shit is on. Like, Night People's amazing. Say Hey. All that second side is amazing. So please do me a favor. Please let me listen to the album. It's so ahead of its time. You know, and you haven't seen me rave about an album like this. And yeah, it's just so good. So anyways, that's my record review for Tubes Love Bomb. I wish it had more fun stuff to talk about. It doesn't, but I think it makes up for that being an amazing album. But other than that, I guess that's it. Funny side note real quick. So I ordered some makeup from NYX, and they sent me a free eyeliner, and it is NYX Strictly Vinyl. So they knew me, and you know, when I finally get sued by Smart and Final, when you know I actually get some more views, I'll have to change my show to Strictly Vinyl, then I'll get sued by Nyx. Anyways, that's it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, like Alpha Beta. And I do have my new book available at Amazon. I don't have a copy of it because I gave my last copy to someone. But it's called Leaving Slumberland. It is the sequel to Welcome to Slumberland, my first novel I wrote 20 years ago. And they're both available on Amazon.com, and I'll post the link. So I'll have a lot more videos coming. I'm gonna do some unboxings. I know. Sneak peek. My friend sent me a box of 8 tracks that I have not opened up yet. So that's gonna be exciting. And I have some. I'll keep it a surprise. So, anyways, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being here in my new little environment. And thanks for watching Smart and Vinyl. Bye.